My name is Deborah Rodriguez. I'm from Gaithersburg, Maryland, and I'm double majoring in chemistry and math. I chose chemistry because I fell in love with it in high school, and doing more research about it, I figured out that I can do chemical biology, which is more tailored towards the medical field. And then with the math, that was because I knew that math is a good foundation for all sciences, basically. So if I had that good foundation, I can do better in my chemistry classes. So I'm a part of the CSE Diversity and Inclusivity Alliance, and then I also have a job in the CSE Collegiate Life that is more focused on diversity. The Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, or SHIP for short, it's used to help Hispanics in STEM, professionally, academically, and through their leadership. And we also do a lot of community outreach for that, being able to help underrepresented students like myself. Like, that has been like the greatest thing ever. So I'm really glad for all the leadership opportunities that I've had.
My name is Chamberlain Greg. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I'm majoring in industrial and systems engineering. So as I was looking for majors during my freshman year, I was still pretty undecided, but I knew math was something that I enjoyed. And what I love about industrial and systems engineering is it's more of the applied side of math, where you build models to solve real-world problems instead of necessarily taking a theoretical look at math. So what I would say to any prospective student looking at the College of Science and Engineering is that you shouldn't let anybody tell you that you can't be a part of what you want to do because of your major. So for example, in the marching band, over 30% of the band is in the College of Science and Engineering. We have every single CSE major represented by at least one person in the band. There's a lot of difficult school going on, but people are still finding time to rehearse for 2 hours a day and be a part of this amazing group. It can be hard for me to describe really what the drum major does because there's so many different components that go along with it. The fans in the student section see me as the guy in all white and the tall hat and throwing the baton and doing all these cool performing activities, but really that's only one side of the role, and it really takes much more of a leadership role at rehearsals and throughout the year. When I found the University of Minnesota, it was like the perfect combination. And obviously seeing the marching band helped influence my decision, but everything about the big school, the big energy, the football games, the fun with a really good engineering school was just an awesome pick for me.
My name is Allison Chang. I'm from West Torrance, California, and I'm majoring in electrical engineering. I originally came in as material science, but I switched to electrical engineering because I started meeting a lot of girls in the electrical engineering department through some of the intro classes, and just really being close to everyone makes it a lot easier for me to go through my major. So I'm currently involved in IEEE Women Engineering, where I serve as president. I'm also a part of Bridge Club and Rocket Team here at the university. For IEEE Women Engineering, it really helps me build my leadership skills on top of just really being passionate about building a community of women electrical and computer engineers. I think that's really important, not just here at the university, but in the workplace. So one of the biggest problems I'm seeing right now is I just feel like we need more engineers and scientists in politics. And that's why I'm really interested in leadership. I just feel like engineers and scientists need to have a seat at the table, and that's kind of why I feel like my best path forward would be to get an MBA or something that puts me in more of a leadership role and going into the future. I went to one of our 2 big career fairs here on campus, the fall career fair last semester, and I actually left with a total of 9 interviews and 4 job offers. And I ended up taking the one at Medtronic, working in the lung health and minimally invasive therapies unit, where I'll be making surgery equipment for lung cancer biopsies and surgeries. The cold really doesn't bother me too much here. I actually really enjoyed it because I got to build a whole new wardrobe from scratch. I only had summer clothes before, like shorts and tank tops, and I've decided I really like my winter wardrobe. It's really comfortable, and I just love really sunny, snowy days here.
My name's Nibir Sarma. I'm from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, and I'm majoring in chemical engineering. I took the chemical engineering intro class, material and energy balances, in fall of 2018, and I found that it was something that was interesting, but also hard. So I really wanted to dive more into that and solve the kinds of problems that we were solving in that class. I lived in the Honors LLC in Middlebrook Hall, which is our only residence hall on West Bank. It was super fun. It has about 6 floors full of students who are in the honors program at the University of Minnesota across all of the different undergraduate colleges. So I got to meet tons of people from tons of different majors, and my floor mates and I had a really great close community, and it was just really fun living there. I am the internal vice president of the student chapter of the American Institute of Chemical Engineers, and as part of that student organization, I'm also part of the outreach committee and Chem-E-Car team. I'm also on the outreach committee for the Science and Engineering Student Board. I'm an honors ambassador. I'm an admissions ambassador, and I also am a member of the Quiz Bowl team, and I play clarinet in the hockey pet band. One of the first skills I learned freshman year fall is how to effectively manage my calendar. Once I came to college, I knew that I had to learn that skill quickly. Ultimately, I want to tackle some of the biggest problems in the world, whether that be things like getting clean water out to everyone, or tackling climate change, or social inequality. I want to take the problem-solving skills that I've learned in college and be part of the solution to those problems.